Hey there, Justin Cohen, Sexton Lawn and Landscape. As we're ending April, we just want to talk about a few things. One of the things we're hearing a lot about is, why does my centipede grass look so poor? We're on the lawn health program, everything is greened up, and why does my yard look so bad? So I want to address a few of those things. One, centipede grass is not very cold tolerant. That's why we have it on the Gulf Coast. The further north you get, the less frequently you're going to see that. It's a cold tolerance issue. So this year, of course, we had 8, 9, 10 inches of snow. I live down in Foley. I had 9 inches of snow in my yard. It sat there for 4 or 5 days. My centipede really took a beating. I don't have weeds in it, but I do have bare spots, thin spots, and it's really just a product of cold damage. You can see over my shoulder, there's an example of a really poor centipede lawn. They look like they do have a lawn health program. The yard right over here next to me, you can tell, you see a lot of weeds and growth in there. They probably are not on a lawn health program. And then this is one of our customers that is on a lawn health program. And as you can see, the grass doesn't look great. You don't see a lot of weeds in it, but there are some thinning areas, some areas that just don't look good. And that's got a lot to do with, one, those cold temperatures really hit that stuff hard. Secondly, we're in about the 3rd week of a major drought. So we got a lot of rain early in the season, and then it kind of dried up. And then the last thing that is impacting our centipede right now is we got warm-ish. We started getting up into the 70s, but then we had cool nights. So what happens, that grass begins to wake up, puts on a little bit of green color. We all get excited because we're tired of looking at brown lawns. But the problem is the soil temperature, the actual dirt, isn't quite warm enough to really completely activate the upright growth of that plant. So we're just now getting to a point where we're getting up around 80. Our soil temperatures are coming up, so we do expect to start seeing an active green push-up. So as we're rolling into May, we're going to start round 3 of our lawn health program. Lawn 3 is going to be a fertilizer, an insecticide, and a herbicide to fight those weeds. So if you have centipede, like most of our clients do, that fertilizer is going to be really low in nitrogen. Centipede does not respond well to nitrogen. In fact, if you over-fertilize with nitrogen last year and then we got into that really cold temperature that we just came out of, all that snow and the cool winter we had, you're going to have a lot more damage than our lawns where we use a low rate of nitrogen fertilizer, because centipede just doesn't like it. So rolling back into round 3, we're going to be treating for mole crickets. Here's what to expect. When we spray the mole crickets, we're not attacking those adult mole crickets. They're almost impossible for us to chemically treat and kill. What we're attacking are the nymphs, the babies that are still in the ground that have been laid by last year's population. Mole crickets are kind of like mosquitoes in the South. You can never really eradicate them. You can only manage that population. So what happens when we put that insecticide down, any of those adults that you do happen to have that overwintered are going to come to the surface. They're going to freak out, right? They know they've been poisoned. Their babies have been poisoned. So in the few days after, especially if we treat and then you run your irrigation or we get some rainfall, those mole crickets are going to come up and wonder what in the heck is going on with their environment. Secondly, we're going to put out the fertilizer. We talked about that. Don't expect a big, fast green up. We're using low nitrogen. Centipede by nature is not going to be that dark emerald green color. So as you begin to see your neighbors with that dark emerald green colored centipede, I promise you're going to get a little bit jealous, but 6 months down the road, they're going to start to see a decline, because centipede does not like nitrogen fertilizer. It's going to create some problems down the road. It looks pretty cool now, but you're setting yourself up for an issue if you use a heavy dose of nitrogen fertilizer on that centipede. Lastly, we're going to be putting out post-emergent herbicides. So any weeds that happen to have come up in some of the thinning areas, maybe from that winter damage, or maybe there were a few seeds that overwintered in your soil, as they emerge, we're going to get those sprayed in this next round. Be aware, it's not really hot yet. Our chemicals generally are going to take 10 to 14 days for a kill. So if we were to spray this lawn today, we're in the middle of May before we really have a good total result. And so I just want you to manage expectations there. That's just the way it is. We're working to tame nature to the best of our ability. We have fantastic techs. We're on a very top tier, high level program. I just want you to understand what to expect over the next several weeks. And thank you so much for tuning in.